There's a hallway you walked through last December, maybe a hospital corridor, maybe the cluttered basement where you never turned the light on, maybe just a parking garage cold and echoing. You didn't stay long, but something stayed with you. We like to think the new year starts fresh. That January wipes the slate clean. But energy doesn't work like a calendar. The truth is, what you carry into January is often shaped quietly, invisibly, by where you've been in December. This time of year is delicate. Nature slows down. Light fades earlier. You move a little faster to wrap things up, but your body, your energy, your spirit, they're not in a rush. And when those don't match, something quietly goes off balance. That's why you can do all the right things, set goals, buy planners, promise yourself a new beginning, and still feel stuck before February even arrives. It's not always about mindset. Sometimes it's about place, because certain places in December hold energy that lingers long after you've left. Spaces that are incomplete, heavy, chaotic, or drained. You walk in fine, but walk out carrying something you didn't notice at the time, a fatigue that doesn't lift, a vague sadness, a strange disconnection from your plans. This video isn't about superstition. It's about awareness, and the simple idea that your environment always leaves a mark. So if you've ever wondered why some years just won't flow, why you start strong and somehow still stall, what if the answer isn't what you did wrong, but where you happened to be when your energy was most sensitive? Today, we'll look at 5 ordinary places that quietly disturb your luck when you visit them in December. And more importantly, how to reset. So your new year doesn't begin with hidden weight, but with clarity, lightness, and a rhythm that finally feels like it's yours again. Part 1, where the ground is torn up. Your peace gets scattered. You were just walking past it. Maybe it was a construction site near your grocery store. Maybe a neighbor's home being torn down and rebuilt. Maybe it was the freeway exit that's always under repair. The noise, the concrete dust, the half-dug ground, you didn't think twice. You were busy, running errands, tired, focused on the day, but something about that space left you more drained than usual. You got home, and even after a hot shower, even after sitting in your favorite chair with the lights dimmed just right, something still felt unsettled. You couldn't name it, but your thoughts were noisier, your mind heavier. That small moment, that simple passing, stayed with you longer than it should have. Here's what most people don't realize: construction zones aren't just physical chaos. They're energetic instability. When land is torn up, when the ground is broken, something deeper is also disrupted. Not just soil, but foundation. Not just matter, but meaning. These places are stripped of balance. The earth energy, the steady, holding force beneath us, is scattered, unfinished, exposed. And when you walk through them in December, when your own energy is already in a natural decline, you're walking into a space that mirrors internal fragmentation. You absorb what the ground can't hold. It's subtle. It doesn't shout, but it lingers. In most of America, December is hectic. There's traffic, last-minute shopping, family pressures, end-of-year deadlines. You're often out more than usual, navigating cold air, gray skies, shorter days. That means your immune system is more vulnerable, your emotions a little closer to the surface. Your energy, already quieter, is more porous. And now imagine crossing paths with a site full of jackhammers, exposed pipes, metal skeletons. The ground literally shaking, the pattern of space interrupted. That instability doesn't stay put. You carry it home. You carry it into your sleep. You carry it into how you speak to your partner, how you plan your week, how you respond when things don't go quite right. And you don't know why you're snapping more easily, or why the future feels slightly harder to picture. It's easy to think that only what we consciously interact with affects us. But energy doesn't need your permission to settle into your nervous system. Your body absorbs chaos long before your brain labels it. That's why some people can't focus for days after visiting a renovation site. Why they feel unfocused, irritable, or inexplicably tired. You don't have to believe in metaphysics to know this. Stress can be environmental. Instability can be contagious. Especially when you're in a month like December, where what you touch has a way of rooting into what comes next. The ground is supposed to hold you, to stabilize your emotions, to give you a sense of home beneath your feet. When it's unsettled, you become unsettled too. In traditions that respect energy flow, earth energy is the foundation for mental clarity and emotional stability. When that foundation is cracked open, like at a construction site, you're not walking on certainty. You're walking on noise, and that noise follows you. But here's the deeper layer: December isn't just any month. It's not just the end of the year, it's the energetic gateway to the next. It's the soil in which next year's experiences are planted. Every place you visit in December leaves a mark, especially places where energy is disoriented. Especially when you enter them with your mind racing, heart heavy, or intentions scattered. You may walk in looking for efficiency, but you leave with something else: an invisible pull downward, a slow erosion of clarity. And months later, when your motivation dips, when your focus frays, you don't think to trace it back to that rushed afternoon at a construction zone. But the energy remembers. Your body remembers. So what can you do? You don't need to fear these places, and you certainly don't need to avoid them obsessively, but you do need to enter them differently, slower, consciously. Before stepping into or near a construction area, pause for a moment. Feel your breath. Say silently, "I'm just passing through. I take nothing with me." This is not superstition. This is creating a boundary between your energy and the energy of disorder. When you get home, don't rush into your next task. Don't bring that energy inside unconsciously. Instead, stop before the threshold. Tap the soles of your shoes lightly on the ground outside 3 times. Shake off what doesn't belong. Once inside, let your nervous system reset. Soak your feet in warm water with coarse salt and a slice of ginger. Not just for the body, but for the energy beneath it. This is grounding in action. And if you still feel off, light a candle. Let a plant breathe beside you. Put on soft music that reminds you of balance. You're not curing anything dramatic. You're simply returning home, energetically, after your body's been somewhere unstable. In a season where we already feel pulled in too many directions, where our lists are long and emotions tender, it's easy to overlook the impact of small spaces. But this isn't about spaces. It's about you. About how your peace gets scattered without your noticing. About how your sense of calm, of safety, can slowly erode in places where the ground itself has been torn apart. And if you've been feeling tired without cause, easily rattled, or distant from your own goals, maybe the first step back isn't a new routine or mindset, but just remembering where your feet have been. So ask yourself, where have you stood recently that didn't feel quite right? Where have you passed through quickly, without thinking, but left feeling oddly out of sync? Sometimes, protecting your luck for the year ahead isn't about waiting for January to fix things. It's about noticing where your energy goes now, where it leaks, where it absorbs more than it should, and from that noticing, choosing intentionally, gently, not to carry the weight of places that were never meant to hold you. Part 2. Don't let the winter water carry away the dreams you haven't spoken yet. There's a kind of quiet that only water holds. Not the rushing streams of spring, not the playful splashes of summer, but the still, almost unmoving waters of deep winter. Cold lakes, silent rivers, a gray ocean stretching under heavy sky. You stand near them, and something inside you goes quiet too. But it's not always peace you feel. Sometimes it's a strange emptiness. A soft, almost invisible pull away from yourself. A moment where you forget why you came. In December, that kind of water doesn't just reflect, it absorbs. And what it absorbs most easily is your warmth. Not just physical warmth, but the emotional, energetic heat that keeps your spirit alive and your hopes in motion. If you're already tired, carrying the weight of an unfinished year, unsure of what's next, standing too close to these places can blur the line between reflection and loss. You think you're clearing your head, but instead, your energy is thinning, quietly, gently, until you feel disconnected, unmotivated, adrift. In traditions that read energy like a language, water represents emotion and the subconscious. It flows where it's allowed. It holds what's unspoken. And in winter, when sunlight is scarce and your internal light is flickering lower than usual, deep water becomes a mirror that doesn't just show your reflection, it pulls at the parts of you still unresolved. The dreams you haven't voiced, the doubts you didn't write down, the grief you didn't fully let go of. You step near the edge to breathe. But you may leave with less energy than you had before. And the most confusing part, it doesn't happen dramatically. It's not a crashing wave or a dark fog. It's subtle. You leave the lake feeling thoughtful, maybe even calm. But later that night, you can't fall asleep. Your thoughts drift but never land. The next morning, you can't seem to focus. You forget what you were about to say. Your motivation has left the room, quietly, without saying goodbye. And you blame it on stress, or age, or the season. But what if it was the water? In December, yang energy, the warm, active, uplifting force, is already at its weakest. That's why your body feels heavier in the mornings. That's why your heart beats a little slower, your mind wanders more. And when you stand near a body of cold water, especially large, still, or deep, you step into a zone where energy doesn't lift. It draws downward. It quiets too much. If you're energetically full, it can feel like deep rest. But if you're depleted, it can feel like fading. That's why people come home from winter trips to the beach or lakeside feeling off. Not sad exactly, but hollow. Not tired, but directionless. And in a month where the energy of the next year is quietly forming around you, that feeling matters. Because you can't plant seeds for the new year if you don't feel connected to what you want. You can't move forward if your energy is still floating at the edge of a frozen lake, looking for something it never found. But this isn't a warning to avoid nature. It's a reminder to engage with it consciously, to know how to enter and exit a space with energetic awareness. Before you visit water in the winter, ask yourself, how am I feeling today? Am I grounded? Am I clear? Or am I already running low? Because water doesn't lie. It meets you where you are. If you're centered, it holds space for you. If you're scattered, it scatters you more. So how do you protect your energy? Start small. Before stepping outside, eat something warm: ginger porridge, cinnamon tea, a simple soup. Warmth is your shield. If you're going near water, especially alone, bring layers that protect your feet, your lower back, your core. These are not just physical tips. They're about protecting your internal flame so it doesn't flicker out in silence. Don't stay too long. Don't stare too far. Stay with your breath. Stay with your body. And when you return home, give yourself a reset. Boil lemongrass, grapefruit peel, or fresh ginger. Let the steam rise as you breathe it in. You don't need a fancy sauna, just a pot and a quiet moment. Let warmth return to your skin. Let it wrap around your chest. Let it re-anchor you in this body, in this room, in this moment. If you still feel foggy, don't force clarity. Just rest with music that slows your thoughts. Water draws things out. So give yourself a way to gently come back to direction, back to focus, back to the part of you that knows what you were building before you lost the thread. December doesn't ask for big gestures. It asks for gentle protection, for small rituals that hold your energy close. The lake doesn't mean harm. The ocean doesn't want to take anything from you. But they are what they are. Vast, cold, quiet. And if you walk toward them without checking in with yourself first, you might walk away carrying silence that isn't yours. And the silence you carry can become confusion. The kind that makes January feel like wandering. The kind that makes February feel heavy. And by March, you wonder why the year hasn't started flowing. It's not always about mindset. Sometimes, it's about the energy you left behind and the parts of you that didn't make it back. So the next time you feel called to the water in winter, answer gently. Bring warmth with you. Bring awareness. And bring a clear goodbye. Stand by the edge, say what you need to say, and when it's time to go, thank the water. Then walk away slowly, with your energy intact, with your dreams still with you, with your new year waiting quietly, patiently for you to arrive fully. Part 3. When light can't enter, energy can't escape. There's a room in every home that feels heavier than the others. Maybe it's the basement. Maybe it's the back storage closet with no windows. Maybe it's the garage corner where boxes pile up and light never quite reaches. You open the door, step in to grab something, and immediately something shifts. The air feels denser. Your breath shortens just slightly. You feel more alone, more alert, and yet somehow more tired. These are the spaces where light doesn't enter and where energy can't leave. In winter, when sunlight is already scarce and your own internal rhythm is quieter, These dim, forgotten spaces become energetic traps. And if you enter them while carrying the stress of the season, unfinished lists, family tension, emotional residue, they don't just reflect your energy back. They hold it, amplify it, swirl it into confusion. You walked in to find an old photo album. You came out feeling strangely sad. You were just rearranging shelves, but suddenly you're short of breath, your shoulders tense, your mood unsteady. And it doesn't make sense until you remember that your energy is sensitive in December. And these are the places most likely to absorb and echo what you don't say out loud. From an energy perspective, light is not just visibility, it's flow. It helps emotion move, thought process untangle, memory soften. When light is blocked, so is movement. And when clutter piles up in dark places, when air hasn't circulated for weeks or months, the energy becomes stagnant. The room may be still, but that stillness is not peace. It's pressure. Quiet pressure that builds without permission, until it presses up against your own internal imbalance. Especially if you're already overwhelmed. Especially if you enter in a hurry. Energy meets you where you are, but dark, dense energy has a way of overpowering yours if you're not grounded. But it's not just about darkness. It's about memory. Old things carry old stories. Unused objects, broken appliances, forgotten boxes, all of them hold the imprint of who you were, what you avoided, or what you were afraid to let go of. And when you step into a space like that without awareness, you might connect to parts of yourself that you've already outgrown but never fully released. And suddenly, a wave of guilt, regret, or grief washes in. You don't know where it came from, but the energy does. Still, there's nothing inherently wrong with storage spaces. We all have them. What matters is how you enter and what you bring with you. Before stepping into any dark, enclosed space, pause. Turn on every available light. Crack a window if there is one. Move slowly. Clap your hands once or twice, wake the air. And before you pick up anything, take a breath. Ask yourself, am I here to clear something, or am I just carrying more in? If you sense resistance, stop. Not all tasks are urgent. Not all rooms need to be tackled today. But if you choose to stay fully present. Focus on one shelf, one bag, one moment. And when you're done, don't rush back to your day. Step outside. Let your face feel the sky. Touch something alive. Water a plant. Stand where light can find you. And if something still feels off, make a cup of tea. Cinnamon or orange peel works beautifully. Let the warmth return you to yourself. Because light isn't just physical, it's emotional. And the more you surround yourself with it through space, through intention, through simple care, the less likely dark places are to pull you under. You are not here to live in cluttered memory. You are here to make room for breath, for peace, for beginnings that feel clean. And in December, that clarity matters more than ever. Because whatever you leave unresolved in these shadowy corners has a way of following you into the new year softly, but persistently. And if the light can't get in, neither can the future you've been longing to create. So open the door with intention. Enter with awareness. And when you leave, don't just walk out. Exit fully, with your energy intact, with your mood steady, with the space behind you and the year ahead, finally ready to let the light back in. Part 4. Airports have no beds and no anchors for your energy. There's something strange about airports, especially at night. You're not quite arriving, not quite leaving, just waiting. The lights are too bright, the air too cold, the announcements looping in a voice that feels disconnected from time. Everyone is in motion, and yet, no one belongs. And if you've ever walked into an airport after dark and walked out feeling heavier without knowing why, this may be why. Airports are places of transition. But at night, when your body expects rest, when your energy is naturally winding down, that transition becomes more than physical, it becomes disorienting. You think you're just picking someone up, catching a red eye, grabbing coffee before boarding. But your nervous system is tracking every signal: fluorescent lights, scattered footsteps, the silent tension of goodbyes that didn't say enough and reunions that didn't say anything at all. These spaces hold movement but not grounding. And that's exactly what makes them risky in December. During the day, airports feel more stable. There's a rhythm to the crowds, a structure to the chaos. But after dark, When foot traffic slows and the rhythm fades, the energy becomes loose, floating. People are more tired, more irritable, more emotionally vulnerable. And that collective fatigue doesn't just linger, it expands. If you arrive already tired, already stressed, you may end up absorbing a field of scattered energy so subtly you won't even notice until you're back in your own home, lying awake in bed, your thoughts pacing like passengers who missed their gate. In December, that matters. This is a month when your internal compass is already a little off. The year is ending. You're reflecting on what worked, what didn't. You're planning, hoping, overthinking. And if you step into a place with no energetic anchor, like a late-night terminal, you may unintentionally carry that restlessness forward. Not just for the night, but for weeks. Into January. Into decisions that feel cloudy, into mornings that start too fast, without ever really arriving. But awareness creates protection. You don't need to avoid airports entirely. You just need to enter them consciously. Before leaving home, do something grounding, something real. Fold a blanket. Make your bed. Write down a simple to-do list for the next day. These tiny actions anchor your energy so it's less likely to get pulled by the ambient confusion of the terminal. Once there, resist the urge to rush. Choose a calm spot to sit, sip warm water. Walk slowly if you can. Let your body know you're still in control, and when you come home, don't jump straight into emails or dishes or phone calls. Your energy is still catching up with you. Open a window, let in real air. Dim the lights, don't scroll, don't talk. Just lie down and let your system recalibrate. You don't need to meditate or journal or do anything. Just let the noise fall away. Let silence return. Because the danger of airports at night isn't about travel, it's about disconnection. From rhythm, from rest, from self. These places serve a purpose, but they're not meant to hold your energy long. And if you let them, they'll scatter what you spent the whole year trying to center. So remember this the next time you pass through one of those wide glowing terminals. You are not the flight number. You are not the schedule. You are not the weight of the conversations around you. You're simply passing through. You are still you, and your energy doesn't have to go where the crowd goes. Not if you carry yourself home with awareness, with quiet, with care. Part 5. The real cost isn't what you spend, it's what you forget. You walk into the mall with a list in your hand, or at least a goal in your mind. One or two things to grab, in and out. But somewhere between the parking lot and the second escalator, that list starts to blur. The lights are bright, the music is cheerful, the shelves are full of things you didn't even know you wanted. And after an hour, you're holding bags you didn't plan to fill. You sit in the car, key in hand, and feel tired. Unclear, a little foggy. Not because of what you spent, but because of what you lost: focus, calm, direction. Shopping malls in December aren't just busy, they're overwhelming. On the surface, they feel festive, buzzing with holiday energy. But underneath the music and the lights, there's something else moving through those spaces: quiet pressure. A kind of subtle emotional tension that builds with every sale sign and every line at the register. People aren't just buying, they're trying to feel ready, trying to feel ahead, trying to catch up with a version of the holidays that never quite arrives. If you walk in feeling tired, uncertain, or emotionally scattered, malls have a way of amplifying that. You get swept into motion without meaning. You grab things you don't really need. You compare yourself to people carrying more, smiling wider, seemingly more prepared. But it's all surface. You don't see their inner noise. You just feel your own getting louder. And the cost isn't just money, it's mental clutter. It's that sense of not knowing what you really want anymore. Of buying things to fill a space that might not even be physical. And then carrying that energy home into a space you were trying to calm for the new year. In December, clarity is currency. The more you keep, the smoother your transition into January. But malls pull your attention outward constantly, away from your needs, away from your values, into trends, scarcity, urgency. It's designed to distract you from yourself, and if you enter without anchoring first, you'll walk out more fragmented than when you came in. So how do you protect your energy? Before you go, do something grounding. Clear a small table. Water a plant. Stand in front of your closet and ask, what already feels like enough? Give your energy a center before you step into a space that wants to pull it in every direction. Walk in with intention. Set a time limit. Carry one question with you: what matters most today? If you start to feel dizzy or distracted, step away. Don't push through it. Go outside. Take 3 slow breaths. Look at the sky. The goal isn't to avoid them all, it's to not lose yourself inside it. And when you get home, don't go straight into unpacking. Sit down. Drink a cool glass of water. Let your mind slow. Then, one by one, look at what you bought. Ask, did this come from clarity or confusion? From fullness or from lack? No judgment, just awareness. And from that awareness, close the loop, so the energy doesn't linger, so the regret doesn't follow, so the new year doesn't begin with noise you didn't mean to bring in. Because the truth is, most of what drains us isn't the big decisions. It's the unconscious ones, the moments where we hand over our energy without realizing it. The spaces that blur our inner compass just enough to make us forget what we were building in the first place. The mall is just a place. But in December, when the year is ending and your energy is trying to reset, it's a place that can echo louder than you think. Not because of what you buy, but because of what you forget to hold on to: your calm, your clarity, your center. The year doesn't begin on January 1st. It begins long before. In the quiet pauses of December, in the places you step into without thinking, in the energy you carry home without words. That's where the year ahead takes shape, softly, silently, almost invisibly. We often imagine bad luck as something loud, dramatic, obvious. But most of the time, what really throws us off course are the unnoticed imprints, those subtle energy shifts that happen when we walk into places that don't hold us well. A construction site that stirs anxiety. A cold lake that pulls us inward too far. A dark room that remembers more than we do. An airport at night where nothing quite lands. A shopping mall that makes us forget why we came. None of these places are wrong, but when visited in December, when your energy is naturally more open, more sensitive, they can shift your inner compass. And if you don't notice, you may begin your new year from a place that isn't quite yours. A place that scatters rather than centers. A place that confuses movement with meaning. What you've just walked through in this video wasn't just information. It was an invitation to observe more gently, to feel more deeply, to move through space as if it matters, because it does. You don't need rituals or rules. You only need awareness. Because when you begin to notice where your energy rises and where it falls, you begin to protect it. Not out of fear, but out of care. And that's the quiet power of this season. You don't have to push. You don't have to fix. You just have to hold your energy like something sacred and choose not to leave it behind in places that can't hold it for you. So thank you for staying present, for listening with your heart, and for giving your own energy the space it deserves. I hope this December feels gentler than the last. I hope the places you visit bring you peace. And I hope that wherever you go, your light stays with you. Happy New Year early, quiet, and full of the kind of luck that comes from living with deep, steady awareness.